It's time to tell you everything there is to know about the tassel collection that comes with the Sims 4 For Rent expansion pack, including how you can use these tassels to unlock an awesome new top in Create a Sim. Let's get started by looking at finding tassels, of which there are 10 that you can collect, each being a different color. To find these tassels, you'll want to visit Tomarang, which is the world from the For Rent expansion pack, and it's within this world that there are quite a few ways to gather tassels. One of the easiest is to buy some of them from the night markets located within the Morensong area. In particular, there's one store located on a corner at the night markets, and this stall sells a range of items including both the light green and the pink tassel. And while I hoped that the colors of the tassel sold would rotate daily, from my experience this didn't seem to happen. Despite this, it's still an easy way to get started and buy 2 of the 10 tassels in the collection. Another way to get tassels is to dig in the sand piles within the Koh Sapa neighborhood. These will appear in most of the small beaches in the area, and once you dig them up, then over time another sand pile will spawn. Now, somewhat sadly, these sand piles don't spawn as abundantly as those in Tartosa, and so you aren't going to come across a huge cluster of them in one area and be able to complete the collection instantly. And also know that you can find other things besides tassels too, such as marbles and toys. That being said, if you're not in a rush, then living in or visiting the Koh Sapa area and just checking daily for sand piles to gain tassels is a great way to slowly work towards completing the collection. And personally, I felt like I got the greatest variety of tassel colors by digging in sand piles when compared to other methods of gaining tassels. Also keep in mind that 2 sand piles will often spawn on the secret Beard Beach Cove, which is located across the largest open body of water in the area. And there are 2 ways to get here. One way is to swim to the small beach opposite the beaches on the main islands, before then walking through a small sand or dirt trail in the jungle to the beach with the cave. The other way to get there is to just take a longer swim all the way around to the larger shorefront that lies ahead of the cave. But it's not just the sand piles that make the Beard Beach Cove a great place to get tassels. It is at this cove that you'll find an explorable cave, and exploring this cave will see your sim get text-based journeys. It's through these journeys that your sims can uncover more tassels from the collection. One thing to note is that anecdotally, I felt like I found the 2 rarer tassels much more easily by exploring this cave than from any other method, so definitely make use of this to snap up those rarer tassels. Another way to get tassels is by visiting the Salia Tiger Sanctuary, which can be done repeatedly during the day. Much like exploring the cave, you'll get a text-based journey from doing this, and through these text-based journeys you can find tassels. You can also sneak into the sanctuary once per night, and similarly this will spark a text-based event which could see you find a tassel, or alternatively get temporarily banned from the sanctuary. That can happen too. Once you find all 10 different colored tassels, you'll complete the collection, and there's a rather unique reward for doing this. If you click on a tassel in your inventory, you'll have the option to combine them. Doing this will consume one of each of your 10 tassels and then unlock an awesome new top in Create a Sim. This top has 10 very colorful and vibrant swatches and also literally features the 10 tassels from the collection. I honestly really love it and think it looks great, so it's definitely something nice to work towards, particularly for if your sim is into fashion. Also, a side note is that you can display tassels on a wall as well, and they do provide an Environment 3 boost, which is actually quite good considering that they're a tiny tassel and overall aren't too difficult to get a hold of. Completing the collection also gives you a cute tassel plaque that you can display as well, which will plop into your household inventory. And with that, we're at the end. That's a guide to completing the tassel collection in The Sims 4. If you enjoyed this video, then you might also like my video on some of the secret collections in the game, so check that out if you want to. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. See you later!